Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do an unboxing. I'm going to show how to assemble a grill. I bought it at Sam's Club, which is like a Costco. It's their brand. It's Members Mark, which is the brand of Sam's Club. It's a 5-burner gas grill. Now I already had one of these. It's starting to fall apart. Gas grills don't last forever. I find you probably get about 5 years out of a grill. Now, when the parts start going on the grill, I find that it's not worth to repair them, because when you buy parts, they're very expensive. Just the grill surface can run you up to $50 for a replacement. This is a cast iron grill. Now, another thing is, once that goes, they have these little tents that go over the burner. They can be expensive. There's 5 of them. They can run you, anywhere from $10 to $20 per piece. Now, I don't usually discuss price, but in this case, I will. This grill used to be $300, then it went up to $330. They had a one-day special today, $250. Now, another thing about this grill, if you take a look at the knobs and the thermometer that's on here and compare it to a Weber grill, they're identical. So a Weber grill being $500, $600, $700 for a grill, you save a lot of money by buying this. What I'm going to do is I'll cut this open. One thing about this grill, it's very heavy. You're going to need another person to help you. The weight on this is 158.73 pounds, so almost 160 pounds for the package. I mean, I'm strong and everything, but 160 pounds is a little bit hard to maneuver into to get it into your car or trailer or whatever. If I remember, take off some of the weight so I can get these boxes out. This I pull out. It's part of the frame. Now when you do this, inspect your pieces and everything. Here's another piece. This is the drawer. More pieces here. We'll get to that. This is the left and right door assembly. It's labeled. Left cart side. It's well packaged so it doesn't get damaged. Now, I have read some reviews where people did say that the parts were damaged. This is very heavy. The workers, I saw how they were helping me load it. This is heavy. Now I managed to get this out of my SUV by myself. I pulled it out, got it to the edge of the back of the SUV. I slid it down. So I got everything out of the first box that was on top. The heaviest component is the last piece that's in there. The main piece right here is the heaviest. It comes already pre-assembled. That can be a problem trying to get that out. Now, I'm not going to lift that out. Here it comes with a screwdriver, a wrench, the battery, all your hardware for assembling it. To make life easy is I'll cut the sides of the box and I'll drop it out that way. I cut the sides of the box. I did it with a box cutter. And you can see that you can gain access to this easily. Plus, now you have the cardboard where you can lay the items out so you can not scratch it up. Step one, you need the front card assembly and the rear card assembly. Now you can tell that there's a panel right here. This is the rear assembly, and this goes on the bottom, the solid piece on the bottom. And this is the front assembly, and on the front assembly it has arrows that say up. Okay, so you want that up. Now, in a bag that was in the box are these 4 pieces. These 4 pieces are what holds together the frame, the front and the rear. So you want to put these in. One will go here and one will go here. They slide in and they're held together by bolts. Now the bolts, and it says to use the black M6. They have silver M6 and black M6. It uses 2 of these for each one. So what I'll do is, just to hold it in, I'll just only do one side. And my advice is just to do it hand tighten. So we can do just one side at a time. Now with these, you can see that they're curved, okay? They're open. You want the flat portion to be where the hole is. So on top, the U will be facing up, and on the bottom, the U will be facing down. So we have these all in the back, and they're all hand tight, and then we slide it together. Put this side together, because if you tighten it up, sometimes you'll have problems with the other side.
Yeah.
Let me stand this up, because like I said, it's springing a little. Okay, now that's all together. Now what, and we then tighten this up. Okay, so that takes care of putting the frame together. Now we're going to pause here so I can get the other pieces for step 2. Step 2 is assembling the left panel. The left panel is different from the right panel. It has this hole in it. When they mean left and right, they mean from you standing in front of the grill, this is the front, this left, not the left looking from the rear. So if looking from the front, this is where you want it. It has a lip here that you slide over the top. You have to slide it over the top, and you used 4 of the black bolts, and they go in here. 1, just hand tighten. At the bottom, we have to flip it up on the side. That's why we put down the cardboard. We put in at the bottom. Everything goes together very, very simple on this. Of course, we're going to have to do the right side, which is step 3. Now step 3, we want to do the right side, and we'll go over there. Now the top is the one with the lip. We put this, I'll shift this around so you can see, and we slide it over the top, slide it in. And the same thing, we want 4 of the black And we put the two on top, and then we tip it up and do the bottom. After you get all the panels on, then it says to tighten up all the bolts. So once you get it all together, just tighten up all the bolts. And that's it. I'm going to take a little break because it's like 90 degrees here. Now we're going to do the bottom assembly. It will say rear on there, and what you do is you flip it over so that this side is down and the lip is the other way, and you place it into the bottom. Place it in the bottom on the other side, and you flip it over, and you put the bolts in. There's 10 bolts, and you go all the way around, put it in the 10 bolts. You don't tighten them down until the very end. For the next part is the casters. Now, some of the parts were not in the box, but inside the grill itself. The table assembly is in here, and well, these are the flame tamers. Now, I'm looking for the wheels. Doesn't say anything about wheels. Maybe it's tucked underneath the. There we go. Here's the cast iron grates. Now, when handling the cast iron grates, be careful. Don't drop them, because you drop them on concrete, you could shatter the grates, because cast iron is very brittle. Alright, now it says here that the locking casters are in this box. So that's what we're looking for. I'm just going to pause it, get everything out. Okay, the next step is putting the casters in. Flip it over, and this is the bottom. They give you 4 casters. Now, to make your life simple, when you put these in, to spin them in, you lock the caster. Lock them, and then you can turn it. If you don't lock it, it will just spin around. Put that in. They give you a wrench underneath. You just tighten them. Next part is putting in the sliding for the sliding drawer, like for the propane tank. And what you do is there's a little wing nut that's up front here. This goes to the front, and you slide these back, and you attach this with 4 black bolts, and it goes in the bottom here. Just have to line it up. So after you get everything in, you slide it back in. They have a little thing over here to keep it in, but you don't really need that. You can take that off. The next part of the assembly are the door assembly, the right and left door. Now the handles go up. So you can tell that this is the right door because it can only go this way. The hinge is on the left-hand side. This hinge is on the right-hand side when it's in the up position. Now you want to use the M4 10mm bolts. We put it over on the side, and I'll screw in one by hand. It helps to have another person, so if you gotta do this or something, If you gotta do this, it helps to have another person around. And that's it. Now, you do the same on the other side. I don't have to show you that. Just replicate what you did on this side. Next step is the door handles. This is step number 8. Now this is attached by the M6 12 bolts, and they have plastic inserts. Maybe line it up this way. Yeah, okay. Have it like that. You see what I did? So it's easier to get in, and then push it in, and then take the handle. Don't do it all the way. Just get a few of the threads on the handle, just like that, and then take the other one, hold it up like that. The next part is the heat shield. Now this is the back of the cabinet, and you put it in like so. And you attach this with 4 of the small black bolts. Okay. And you just tighten it. And that's it. That holds it in. So we'll go on to the next part after this. The next thing is to get the burner assembly up onto here. Now this is the heaviest part of the grill. They recommend 2 people lifting this to get it onto the grill. So my wife is going to help me. Now this is the front of the grill. The front of the burner goes up front, and we'll put it on top of here. Now once you get it on top of there, then you can put the bolts on. It takes 4 of the silver bolts. My assistant's coming over. Now you close this, and we'll pick it up. Okay, once we get it over, we'll take the styrofoam off. Hold on. Let me just lay this off. Alright, I'll let mine fall. Okay, hold on. I'll come over and help you. Okay, put it down. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the bolts on, and they have openings. You'll slide it on. You got 4 bolts. You don't put this all the way tight. You just want to have this in the holes where you can slide the piece over. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll lift it again. No, hold on. Bring, lift, and bring towards me. There you go. Now, put it down. You see how it goes?
And we slide it.
And let me make sure. That's it. I had to put this one bolt in. Now, camera person, just let me show so they can get an idea. You can see that it's open here, and this will just slide back. Slide. That side's in, and that side's in. See how that slid back? And then once it's in, you just tighten it up. The next part is step 11, which is the right side table. Now I take this out. Now you see this is for when you hang utensils and things like that on the side. You fix that down, okay, like that. And this is the front panel, alright, the M for members more. And what we do is we flip that over and we line up the holes. And we take the bolts and put it through here. And that's how it looks. Step 12. What we want to do is these 4 screws here, we want to loosen up. Because underneath here, on this side, they have keyholes. Alright, these are keyholes. You slip this over the bolts, the screws that are on this side, and then you slide it on. Let me see if I got that. I don't have it loosened enough. After you've done that, you see, it's slid. It goes in the big hole, and then you slide it back, and that locks it into place. And that completes the right table assembly. We got to go to the other side to do the left table, which also has the side burner. Now here's the side burner, and we want to put, this is the rear, and what we've got to do is we're going to flip this over, and we have the front where the control knob goes on. So this here will go right here, and we got to get 4 more bolts. So on this side where the burner goes, the side burner, I loosened up these 4 bolts over here, and the same thing as on the other side. It has the keyholes, and I line it up. Oh, wait a minute. Put that on the inside, and then slide it back, and then go underneath, and you'll tighten them. We're going to put in the for the fuel for the side burner, and what you do is on the front of this valve, take off the 2, it looks like brass screws. So 1. What you have to do is underneath here, I already loosened it up. You have to loosen up the 2 bolts that held this on. You loosen it up so you have a little bit of flexibility here in order to get the piece, because you have to insert it into the tube for the burner for the side burner. So what you have to do, you push that in, and then you raise that forward, and then you can get this in. Then once it's in, we can line up the holes with the screw. Now once you got that in, then what you do is you can go back underneath to bring in that front panel. After you're done with that, you go get your silver bolts. Again, there's 2 on this side and there'll be 2 on the other side. So you gotta get your hand in there. There's 2 other bolts, 2 other holes here. I'm going to show you, they have a hook that goes into this burner. It's wrapped around here, and what you do is you take the hook and you stretch it out and hook it into the side. That keeps the burner in place. Now this here is for the electronic ignition. This goes right over here on this igniter. So that goes on there. Around front here, we'll put in the battery for the igniter. And all you do is you undo this and you put the switch in. Negative side goes in, positive out. You turn that like so, and I can hear the clicking noise when you press it. So that's all set up. The next part, we'll take the knob. This has keyholes. What I have to do is those 2 screws. Just unscrew them a little. This what we do is we put the keyholes in there. And we can put the knob on. That's on. And we turn. Okay. The next part is putting, this is the trap for all the grease that falls down and the ash that goes into this tray. This is so you can clean it out. And that slips in there. They also include a grease trap. This grease trap goes underneath here and slides in right there. So the grease falls in here, flows into here and into there. That was step 17 and step 18. The next thing will be the warming rack, which is step 19. This goes right here. There's 2 slots right there. That goes there. The next thing is what they call the flame tamer. They're like little tents that cover the burners. And what this does is when the juices hit this, it causes them to evaporate, And this is so your meat doesn't burn. It goes in, wait a minute, excuse me, goes in like this. Where this little V is, that is towards the front. And the next thing will be the grates. And we put the grates in. One. Like I said, be careful with these grates, because if you drop them on concrete, you're going to shatter them. That's it. I know you can get it pre-assembled. Sam's Club does sell it pre-assembled. I like doing the assembly because you never know how the workers are going to do the assembly. I tighten it up where I know everything is tightened. And I put it together. I know all the parts are here. I hope you like this video. Please click like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.